Welcome back to another episode of Let's Mod Minecraft. Today's episode is going to be very basic, however a lot of people have been asking how to do a lot of different things using the Level.dat, so I'm going to discuss all of these. So I'm going to discuss the tags in here that are useful for Xbox 360 map making. The first tag is the hardcore tag. If you set this to 1 and you load the world in peaceful, this will be like the old adventure mode mod. This is what allows your hunger to deplete as if you're in hard mode, and it'll also make it so mobs do not spawn naturally but only will spawn with spawn eggs. It was kind of useful for adventure maps, however since you have a lot more freedom with your worlds, it's not as useful anymore. The next useful tag is the has been in creative tag. If you set this to 0 after you've already loaded a world in creative, and then you open the world and save it in survival, it will allow you to get achievements and leaderboard updates. The next tag is the raining tag. If you want to make it so your world is never raining, just change the raining tag to 0 and then change rain time to 2 billion, and this will make it so it will never rain on your world. Now if you wanted to make it so it will always be raining, just change the raining tag to 1 and rain time to 2 billion as well. The next tag is thundering. If you want to make your world always thundering, just change thundering to 1 and thunder time to 2 billion and it will be always thundering. However, you have to also make sure that it is always raining. The next tags are the spawn X, Y, and Z tags. So these are the coordinates of your spawn, so you can change these to whatever you want it to be. However, it will not spawn on these exact coordinates unless you're in adventure mode. So if you're in adventure mode, it will spawn on these exact coordinates, including the Y coordinate. However, if you're on just survival, it's just going to spawn in that same general area like it does normally. I will discuss in a future tutorial how to use the GRF file in order to make this be an exact spawn for a player's first spawn. However, it's going to be something that is complicated and it's going to take a while, and I'm not going to cover it anytime soon. The last tag is the daytime tag. This is just the time of day, so you can change this to 0 for sunrise, 6,000 for midday, 12,000 for sunset, 18,000 for midnight, and 24,000 is the next day sunrise. I will have a Pastebin link down in the description. Just check it out. It explains what all the other tags do. Some of them are semi-useful, however they can't be used for 360, and this is a 360 tutorial. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll try to help you out. As always, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.